Hello, welcome to Money with Mark Albert. Today we are going to talk about how to get your payments missed on your mortgage with the government federal program and what you can do with your credit cards to ease the financial burden during these COVID-19 situation that we're going through right now. But to do it in such a way that your credit report, your credit score doesn't get hammered, doesn't get hurt. Okay, so we want to protect our credit. We want to do some things to make sure that our credit is protected. And we also want to ease the burden financially. So I'm going to talk about a few things. I know it'll be valuable information. Right now, if it's not for you, you most likely have family or friends who are going to go through a lot of financial hardship probably already. So this year may be very difficult for some. So let's see if we can ease the financial pressure on the one hand and make sure our credit's fine on the other hand. So I will also say that the last video I did on these deferred mortgage payments, so many of you put some outstanding comments below that was helpful to a lot of people. So the reason I'm telling you this is because if you've had experience with one of the banks or credit card companies that's been positive or even negative that we can learn from, please comment below for the benefit of others that are following the trail there, okay? So first thing I want to say is on this mortgage deferral, it is very, 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 very important that you understand that you must ask permission before you start missing payments. So this is not something that you could just start missing payments without their permission because you're in a legal contract with them, right? You're in a legal obligation. So, and it must be written. You want to have written confirmation. Maybe they send you an email on that. So let me say this about Equifax. Equifax, they're one of the credit bureaus. There's them and TransUnion in Canada. And they released this recently. And they said, Equifax expectation is that the lender would take actions on their system to ensure that it does not report any missed payments information to the credit bureau that is misaligned with the program it has implemented. So what happens is all these lenders, right, these credit card companies and mortgage lenders that report to Equifax and TransUnion, it's done electronically. They don't think about it. They don't do it manually. So if a payment's missed, automatic communication goes to Equifax and TransUnion. All right? So just know that that is a reality. So now, do we really want to take the chance to assume that the person that we're talking to has updated everything accurately? Keep in mind that the people you're talking to, the front line in the financial services industry, they're under incredible stress right now because they're experiencing a massive increase, thousands of extra emails a day, thousands of extra calls a day than what they're used to. So very easily in an environment like that, we can make human error and not set up the system properly. So what I want to do is I want to give you some advice that you can implement as you work through this process. And then I want to talk about credit cards. So let's say some advice for you would be is that you would request an electronic or some kind of a written confirmation that you're going to be able to miss so many payments and that they're not going to report into the credit bureaus, so TransUnion and Equifax. That would be nice, and I'll tell you why. Because down the road, if you realize that things did happen, at least you have a confirmation and it can easily get reversed, okay? So secondly, and I would create a file. I would have some file folder where everything concerning this process gets put in there in case you got to refer to it down the road to fix something on your credit bureau. So let's say if you're talking to someone at a bank over the phone or in person, you want to get confirmation what their name is or what their employee number is, if it's a customer service call center. Maybe the date and time that you did that, write that down for your notes. And I would say that you can track, obviously, Equifax and TransUnion. But you know what? If you couple months after you've made this this arrangement with a bank or with a lender, get a free report from Equifax and TransUnion, because by law we can all get a free report once a year from them. They have a process on their website to do that. And then if you see that there's a problem that the lender was reporting, all you do is go back to the lender and say, I got confirmation. You guys said I'm on the program. Obviously, there was a human error here. So please communicate back. And then all they have to do is the lenders communicate back, and then it just gets fixed on your credit bureau. So let's talk briefly now. If you've had whatever experience that you've had, because all the different lenders, they pretty much have like different policies in place in terms of how they're handling it. Some people, you got to fill out a form online, and then others you can talk face to face or on the phone. So write down your comments of what's been going on at different financial institutes for you. So when the federal government said that they're going to allow up to 6 months of deferred payments on your mortgage, but they also said and other credit-related products. So a credit card is a credit-related product. Of course, interest rates are quite high on those. And a lot of people use it for daily spending. So if things get tight, what can you do? So someone called me the other day, and I told them, I said, you call your credit card company, customer service, say, listen, this coronavirus thing, things are really tight, and then ask them, says, what can you help me with? And based on their conversation, that person called me back and said that the credit card company said for 3 months, they don't have to make any payments, and the interest rate is at 0. It's frozen interest rate. So that's good. Some credit card companies may do more. They may do less. So if that's something that you need assistance, if that would help you, do that. But again, I would boil back to who you spoke to, if you can get a written or email confirmation of that, because if for some reason that's not the case and you end up coming up as missing a payment, they're going to send it off to the credit bureaus. So listen, I trust this was helpful to you. Stay safe out there. Be well. And look forward to communicating with you more. If there's any questions you have for me, please comment down below. Have a wonderful day.